yeah, part 2 to that video. No heater, no AC. Still got provisions if I wanted to kind of like try to do something for a heater. You know, just in case I get it that running that good to where it'll run on the street. I would like to at least have a heat in it. So, but as of right now, no heater. Now, the whole trick to this system is I got rid of MSD. So there's no MSD on there to fire up this distributor. This is a high output regular Chevy distributor. And it's also got over here to prove that it's a Chevy distributor. It's also got the 1-wire hookup. And if y'all look at the distributor point according to where it should normally be at, you can start number 1 anywhere on a Chevy as long as you got the firing order and the timing right in some type of sequence. I didn't exactly say that right, but a Chevrolet will start up. Well, let me show you this. Let me say this. On a Chevrolet, you can make any one of these points number 1 as long as you set the timing accordingly. So my number 1 is way over here to get this timing for this distributor, because I had this intake, if you can see it, it's been cut out and re-welded so it'll accept a Chevy HEI distributor, in which I deleted MSD, and in return I burnt up a lot of MSD stuff. So now I don't use MSD stuff anymore. I just use a regular HEI Chevy distributor, in which I recommend a lot of people just start doing, because on the bottom end, MSD is too much work. And on the top end, unless you're doing something serious, that's the only time you'll need MSD. This is coming down the drive shaft. Now, another thing that I got is this. It's a simple trick to do when you're a hot rodder and you want to break down. You don't want to break down. If you break down somewhere, is I wired 2 different types of common GM alternators into my harness on my serpentine. That one is that style. This is the newer 1-wire style. This is the 2-wire style. And I wired them both so that if anything was to happen, I can get 2 different types of distributors from the junkyard and still charge my battery. So if I had this one, found that one, and only could find this one, I'd use that. So all that's running together. Now, on another quick note, I just might put this serpentine system on to show you how my serpentine system works. Hold on a second. Okay. So now, I'm gonna put the serpentine system on. It's only gonna take but a second. I drop it down around the crank. Oh, this is another thing too I want to show you. That 454 pulley on that sway bar dropped in just about right. That's how much room I got between the sway bar and the 454 crank. It's sitting right on it. Almost. It's like a half of an inch off of it. Around the power steering pulley. Back around that. Tensioner pulley. Take it in. Put it over the alternator. Boom. See how that's sitting there? It's going around the power steering, which is slanted. The the alternator, which I brought down because it was way up here. I brought the alternator down. It was way up here. I figured that out. I figured out how to do that because I was watching the video of when I was cranking up the car and the alternator fell down. And I thought I had to have the alternator out, but I forgot to bring it down and put the screw in the alternator here. So now the alternator is way down from what it previously used to. If you can look at some other pictures. Alright, now, serpentine goes around the alternator, go around the tensioner pulley. I skip the AC delete and the small. Notice that? And I go to the water pump, circle back around to the crank, under the crank, back over to the top of the power steering, back to the alternator. And it's a smaller belt. So everybody always talk about how to get horsepower. Sometimes, even though you spend money on a thing, sometimes you just gotta, like, once you get it, just think smarter, and you can save a lot more money and gain a few more horsepower by even getting a shorter belt on a serpentine system, and then run that. You don't need all that high-tech stuff. If you want real horsepower, stay with the serpentine system from GE and just paint it up, powder coat it. It'll give you years of life. And then you could just find, if it ever break, you could just find some stuff at the junkyard and you back on the street. Especially with a wild setup like this right here. This is one motor that I don't want to be broken down with. So all this is just common handmade stuff. Everything handmade, hand built. So even this cover here that's over that, that's just hiding all that ugliness. It's just a little piece of metal that I bent up. You can see the dent marks from an old piece of aluminum. And then I'll just, as opposed to doing that, looking like that, it'll come over, drop in, sit down there, and I put the bolts in it, and it'll look like that. And then I'll clean up the engine compartment. This is the battery compartment, which needs some attention right now. So this needs some, let's see, I think that's it. That's enough for this right here. Just to show you how it looks. And then I'm going to show you, I'm going to show you too my view of what I see when I'm riding down the road. Let's see. Alright. There you go. Okay. Oh. Come on. Oh my God. That'll work. This is what I see when I ride down the road. Hold on a second, I gotta go turn up the music to show my appreciation to God. Hold on a second. Alright, I'm back. You said make a video. So this is what I see when I ride down the road. That's about a realistic view right there, what I see when I ride down the road. So this is how I look in traffic. And then, of course, I'm like sitting over here, got my hand on the shifter. And then if I want to, I can kind of like this, hit a few gears. That's all the way back. 1, 2, 3, and it's gone. This is my reverse lockout. I flip that up. Let's take 2.